Hey guys, this is Nick coming to you with another Infinity Kingdom video. And this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to review a player's account, Marches, and I want to make this a either weekly or bi-weekly video as topic or series. As long as you guys provide me with Marches that you would like me to review, I can definitely do it. I would want to try and do it once a week or twice a month. Now, I know a lot of players have already asked me. I told them that they can contact me in game, but a lot of them, I think, are still struggling to find out how. I will release a short just on that, but it's very easy. As you can see, this player is from 73, and he can still contact me in game. What you need to do is extremely easy. You go to Open Arena. You simply need to find somebody in my alliance. At the moment, I am in UIP. As soon as you find me, or somebody in UIP. I'm gonna find somebody else in UIP just to show you. Here, what you're gonna see is this, but not this. But you're gonna see Alliance, 3 dots. Click on this, and here you're gonna see Contact Leader. I can show you with any other alliance. Here, if I contact leader, I would be able to get in touch with AOW or 6. My message will go through directly with this person, even if he is not in my server. This is how you contact me. Pretty simple. Find me in Open Arena, find anybody in my alliance in Open Arena, click contact leader, and you're going to be in touch with me. So now that this is done, we'll get started on the review right away. I'm going to separate the video in 3 parts. First, I'm going to review the account. 2, I'm going to give recommendation. I'm going to focus heavily on the main team. And then I'm going to end on the last part. I'm going to answer the player's question. He had 2 questions, one regarding Chaos Immortal, one regarding skills. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go quickly over each Immortal, each dragon, to get a feel of this player's focus. Okay, here, dragon not max. Himiko, 43 dust. Spec 8. 10 dust is very low for an Immortal in the main team. This is very good. So Alex is very strong. Here, I don't know why Tokyo is in the main team. We'll have to look at the YSS. So YSS definitely need to be in the main team. And this will also work better for his second team. So Oldie Dragon, although it's 7-8, it's too low to be used on first or second team. Oldie and Shadow Dragon are very expensive, very hard to work on. All right, so part 1 was to review quickly the account, the marches, and see what this player is currently doing. What I can tell you right away is the focus is a little bit wrong. There's 2 split focus at the moment. As you saw, a lot of the Immortal, except the last one, if you look from the third team, 20 does, 20 does, 20 does, 20 does, 34, 18, 20, 21, 28, 50, 10, 43. You're a little bit all over the place when it comes to your dust. You really need to focus on one team first, and then you can start on your second team. Getting a third team, even though it's an Oli team, good formation, good Oli Immortals, good Oli Dragon, it's not going to do anything for you in Arena, TOS, or PvP. This is only going to help you for sieges. Why? Because specs is low. This one is not too bad. But specs in general is low, and 20 dust is still not enough to carry you. You need to focus right now on 2 main things when it comes to your marches. First, the dragon needs to be maxed here. Don't work on other dragon before this one is 10-10 and the dust level on your dragon is around 35, 40. It takes a lot of crystal, but you need it at 40. It's your main march. It's the march that you use the most. Do not work on any other dragon before this is done. Then you look at your first march. Your first march should be your main project and should be what you focus on the most. And in my opinion, your second march only gets immortals that are project. Basically, you get a decent second march, but if you have a project, I'll give you a very simple example. I was working on Fufei. My Fufei was in my second team until she was ready to be imported into my main team. Once that was done, I replaced my Quinn. Quinn went to my second team. Even if synergy is not the best, it doesn't matter. My goal is to increase my main march first. This is what you should do as well, right? So here, YSS needs to go in your main march for sure. He is way stronger. Your second team, what you want to do is you want to put everything that you have left that is the best and the strongest. Right now, that would be Toku, Richard, Khan, and not Hamu, because your Hamu is 0 spec. I would remove Hamu and I would put Tio instead. Tio is 420, and Tio can actually be a side project that you can slowly work on when you get Oli in Shadow Chest to slowly be put in your main team. Your Himiko is already maxed out, or almost. There's probably small nodes that you can still increase, which you should do. But you need to max out the dust level, but she's already spec 8. When I look at your artifact, this is a decent artifact. I personally prefer crit, but magical damage is still good. You would need to reset it at some point, depending on how many Cinder you have, because this is useless. This is not the best. You can get crit or magical damage on it. It would be a lot better. And by resetting, it's just Cinder, right? You don't try to forge a new one. You keep this one, you just reforge it. Now, when it comes to skills, you need to be careful. When you look at your skills, you have a lot of pay-to-win skills. You have Time to Shine, that is a pay-to-win skill. You have Art of Arcana, you have Soul Synergy, and I think you add a few other as well. Lightning Strike. So you have a lot of pay-to-win skill from the bundles, right? You have, at the moment, more than plenty gold skill. Stop spending on gold skill. If you want to spend on skill, you need to spend on red skill. You have one here, level 3. You have one here, level 6. Red skills is what you want to do when you spend in this game for you at this moment. It's going to give you a lot more power than any gold skill, even if you get 4 gold skill. You're maxed out on skill. Like, you cannot put all of them on your main team. 2, when it comes to skills, you need to be careful for synergy and not just raw power. Here you have 3 damage skill on your Himiko, but you don't have Fufei. You need Fighting Master on your Himiko. You need to remove Heavy Lifter, and you need to place Fighting Master here right away. Quinn, you definitely need to get the dust level up, but be careful. I'll give you an alternative soon. But I think Quinn is very good immortal. He deserves to be at least 30 dust and use in your main or second team. And even at some point, if he goes to your third team, 30 dust on Quinn is easy to achieve and worth it. He's also maxed in specialization, so it's a strong immortal. Now, again, guard, you do not want to put guard on your Quinn. This sometimes is going to protect your tank. Very, very bad when it comes to synergy. You want to remove it and you want to place it on the tank beside Alex. So basically, you remove Toku, you place YSS, and you're going to place guard on YSS. Here, the skill on Alex, I would remove these 2 skills. First, you don't have a lot of healing, so preventing anti-healing is not really useful for your march. You don't have a lot of anti-healing. Combo is a good skill, especially on Alex, but you have Himiko on the backline that does a lot of AoE damage. I would personally focus on AoE. I would put on my Alex Assembly Charge, Wind Rage, and Cleave, which will do a lot of good AoE damage and will support your Himiko AoE damage as well. You're going to get 2 AoE damage dealer. Then third part, when it comes to the skills, there are skills in there that either do not work with your formation or are way too good to not be on your main team. When you go to your fourth team, there's actually good skills that you cannot have here. You got No Escape here. No Escape has to go on your main team or at the very worst case scenario on your second team. No Escape is probably the best gold skill in the game with corrosive power. Placing it on your fourth team is a wasted opportunity. 2, you need to be careful when you read the skills. And again, this is your fourth team, so it can just be a placeholder for skills, I understand. But Art of Arcana is a decent skill, but it only works on magical damage. Here you see there's no magical damage whatsoever. Physical. So your Art of Arcana here is completely wasted. You also have a few other decent skills like this one here. Vitality's Touch should be on your first or second team, in my opinion. And then you also have here full coverage. This does not work on Manko once he ult, so you want to put that on somebody else. This will work better on your Hippo. But again, I'm going to focus on the main team. So I'm going to move on to part 2/3 because you did ask me 2 questions. First, Chaos Immortal, you have a lot of chests saved up from over the years, and you want to know which Chaos Immortal you should slowly start working on. And 2, you wanted to look at your skills, so that's what we've been doing. I'm going to give you more tips when it comes to skills right away. First, when it comes to Chaos, my warning is if you have a lot of chests already, keep working on it. You've been working on it. Don't abandon the project for sure. I'm going to come back to it because this is my recommendation for a lot of players. In this situation here, with a similar account, spending on Chaos right away is actually a mistake in my opinion. You see he has 2 red skills, one level 6, one level 3. The best money for power at the moment for this player is going to be red skills, not a Chaos Immortal. Red skill would allow him to have a very strong main team without a Chaos Immortal in the March. I'll give you the best 2 option that he has at the moment. Right now, I think the Infinite Power level 6 is high enough, and it's a good matchup with Abundant Spirit, and on Himiko is still a decent combination. Yes, Energy Mastery is better. Yes, Corrosive Power would be better, but there are better options at the moment. Since he's already got Infinite Firepower, I would put Fighting Master here and call it a day at the moment on my Himiko. I would get Fountain of Life at least level 3 or 4 and place it on my tank or on my support. This will allow you to counter No Escape, which everybody uses, and it's a very strong healing skill as well. And then if I want to get one more red skill, I would not even focus on getting this up. I would get Fully Prepare or Knife Through Butter for my Alex. This is what I would do in your situation. Now, when it comes to Chaos, this is where your main question was. It depends heavily on the box that you have. If you have a box that contains a lot of Fufei, most of your box allow you to get Fufei. I think in your situation, she's still the best option when it comes to a Chaos Immortal. Don't go with somebody like Ares, Medusa. Most likely you only have a few bucks that allow you to get those Immortals. You want to get the older one that are still very good. Fufei here would replace Quinn, and it would be a very good option for sure. The other option is if you only have a lot of boxes that contain the first 4 Immortals on the Chaos level, which is Athena, Loki, Wukong, Poseidon, my recommendation is to go for Athena. There's 2 reasons here. First, Crimson Moonlight is extremely expensive. If you want a Loki that is stronger than Himiko, it's going to take a lot of time for your Loki to be spec 8 and Crimson level, I would say 30, even maybe 40 to be stronger than your Himiko. If you go with Wukong and Poseidon in your case, you're going to have to place it with your Alex, and that would be a double attack main March formation. I don't think it's the best at the moment. And again, because they are attacked to perform better, they would need to be Crimson level 30, 40 at the very least. But here's what I would consider if I was you. I would put Athena instead of YSS or Toku. And I would replace my Queen with Theodora, which is already does 20 and spec 4. And then you would have a Himiko, Theo, Alex, Athena merge, which can be very, very strong. You already invested in some of them at the moment. In my opinion, this would be your best option at the moment, even better than Fu Fei given your current situation. And it would be a very strong formation. What I would do is, if I get Athena, I would do what I just told you. And if I want to invest more, I would not go for a second chaos, at least not now. It would be more red skill. So it depends on what you want to do with your account, how much you spend. But I can see that you've already spent quite a bit when it comes to skills. I would stop and focus on red skill for now. So quick recap. First, your dragon, you need to max that out, at least level 40. It's way too low at the moment. You're wasting probably 35K, and that's a lot of stats. 2, Fighting Master on your Himiko. Swap your YSS back to your main team. Put Guard on your YSS. Put No Escape on your main March. Here, Assist would be good to help your Himiko, but because your dust level is so low, I don't think Assist is going to provide you with better usage because your Queen's going to die too quickly. Instead, you can put No Escape here on your Queen, but you definitely don't need Guard here. You want Guard on your YSS. And lastly, if you do have enough boxes for a Chaos Immortal, you need to consider Fu Fei or Athena. I would go with Athena and I would place my Theodora in my main watch. Theodora is a very good strong immortal. And if you have a Athena that protects your healing, it's going to be a strong march. So thank you for sharing. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you want to share, I explain in the video. I'll release a short just explaining how to. If you have any comments, feedback on the marches, if you have more information or more feedback on what they should do, you can share in the comment, guys. Thanks. Have a good day.